Girl, ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way. Girl, ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way. What? Girl, ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way. Girl, ain't no way. Damn it, Pearl. Damn. Can't say damn, Gina, because that wouldn't be appropriate, which is fine. So, we're here. I might be late with the subject, but I'm still here, though. I still showed up, though. Show some respect. All right? Pour into my cup. Buy me a drink. I don't drink like that, though. So we're here to talk about, damn it, Pearl. I can't believe this, man. White people in. Just Pearly Things is under a lot of fire, and rightfully so. And it is what it is. Okay? So this might want to be in this series because at some point I got to go downstairs and get my laundry out the washing machine and everything. And I don't want anyone touching my clothes because they feel as though they can't wait. I would never, listen, no matter where I'm at, I would never go down to the laundry room and see someone's wet clothes in the washing machine and say, oh, there's some clothes in here. So you know what I should do? Because I don't want to wait. I'm going to take their clothes. I'm going to grab their wet clothes, put my hands on their wet clothes and put them on top of the machine and put my clothes inside because that's just what I should do. It's something different if like they've been there for a day and maybe that means that person got abducted by aliens and everything. And that's different. People get abducted by aliens is different. So under that condition, you can take the clothes out the washing machine and put them on top of the washing machine and whatnot. But I'm just saying, I wash the clothes, then wash the clothes so they can go on top of the dirty washing machine. You know, one time that happened, I just left it alone. I mean, I really should have made a big deal. But anyway, it's cool. I'm so passionate. I'm just going all over the place because Just Pearly Things has all the black folks. She got our dashikis in a bunch. All right, she really is. She's scuffing Timbs out here. Okay, she grinding gears. She's scuffing Timbs. She's making macaroni and cheese with no salt. Okay, she's frying chicken with no salt. All right. What else she doing? You know what I mean? She's playing 80s Joel. Okay, 80s Billy Joel. You remember Step Brothers? We only play 80s Joel. She's playing 80s Joel. Okay, it ain't no good. Bro, you gotta come up to the front, man. Now, Just Pearly Things, she's a content creator. She went viral for a video, not really viral, but the first time I came across her was for a video where she was doing a live and a few women came in. She was talking to this girl, and I guess the girl she said the girl sell glitter. I don't know, but the girl sell glitter. Okay, the girl. Now I don't want to go in on how the girl look and stuff like that, but when people talk like they're more than what they are. One of the reasons, listen, when things are not natural, when things are not right, it gives us pause and it makes us stop and reflect and stop and have to talk. It's not for no freaking reason. Okay. If I'm a used car salesman and I sell cars, I may not be somebody who sells high-end vehicles. I may not be somebody who's going to get high commissions on vehicles because I don't sell high-end vehicles, right? But if I'm a dude that sells used cars, right? I can be proud of selling used cars. I can be proud that I sell Hondas, old Hondas at that. But they're good cars, though. They can still be good cars. But I gotta keep it 100. But if I come at you saying, listen, I only deal with the best. I'm a high-end salesman. Do you see my Gucci slides? All right. Do you see my nails? You know what I mean? All that. And if you see me talking like that, and you say, oh, well, what kind of cars do you sell? I sell Hondas. But I'm talking like I sell Ferraris and Lambos and G-Wagons and stuff like that. It's like that would just be weird to you. When things are weird and not natural and not right, we got to comment on it and we got to talk about it. And one thing that especially men are tired of average women and average looking women finding ways to qualify themselves as being on the same level as women who are beautiful and really attractive. It's weird. No one asked for that. It ain't helping nothing. It ain't moving nobody forward. It ain't doing nothing. It's just weird and it just slows everything down. Okay. And it's becoming more and more of a big problem for our young men because there's so many men out here who can't get a woman. Not so much can't get a woman, but the women who are suitable for the woman that they'll be compatible with. This woman thinks that she don't need him, she's too good for him, because some woman that tried to make money off of them done told her that, oh no, you know your value, know your worth. The worst people in the world be saying stuff like know your worth. The worst people in the world be saying stuff like self-love and self-care. Self-love and self-care just usually means I'm being selfish and I'm doing what I want. I remember like when I used to work with clinicians and people who did therapy and stuff like that. Don't get me wrong, for the most part, I love the women. I got mad love for those women. I hope they're all doing good. But they were all very flawed people, and people were in their care. I'm not saying they were all all bad and stuff like that. But if you're going to be caring for other people in that kind of way, where you're providing therapy and you're the voice of reason, and you're helping people work through their issues and stuff like that, you have to be able to be objective about things. You know what I mean? But what I saw in the workplace was how you people are not objective. You actually have kind of a bad attitude. You're kind of an angry person, and you're a therapist. You know what I mean? But and also going into the subject of there's so many women who have only been around other women, especially if you didn't grow with your dad being the authority in the household. Because having a dad be authority in life, you allows you to be real with yourself and to have a good relationship with the truth. The truth is never mean. Okay, if I have a big old hole in my pants, right? Well, not even that. You got a big old hole in your pants, and you were going out the house, or you walking around with a big hole in the back of your pants. What you want someone to tell you? Hey, listen, you got a big hole in your pants. I can see your bloomers. I can see your boxes. And listen, truth actually happened to me before. Years ago. Story time. Yeah. Story time. You ain't know I was going there with it. Anyway, the year is 2012, and I'm a very broke 25-year-old. As a broke 25-year-old, I used to always be trying to find me some side hustling and some kind of job where I don't got to do that much of a job. So I was doing something called merchandising, where you basically come into a store as a third party. Let's say it's a merchandising company that works with Oreo. We will come in and basically take all the products off the shelves and basically stock the shelves in the way that Oreo wants them to be stocked. Let's say they want a certain amount of facings. Facings is basically, I don't know, let's say this is the blonde Oreo, this is regular Oreo. You know what I mean? So this is blonde Oreo, this is regular Oreo, this is a facing. Let's say they want 10 facings on 10 shelves, whatever it is. You know what I mean? And you come in and basically you're the third party that makes sure that the product can be seen and that it's displayed that the way that the company the way the vendor wants it to be displayed. So the ones I like to do was the ones where you did it solo and you came by yourself and you had regular stores on a route and you went to all these different stores and so there's different kinds. There's one where you're doing a reset. The reset is what I was doing. A reset is when you take everything off the shelves and you take the shelf, actually take the shelves down sometimes, and because they send a plan that has to be followed. You'll have a crew and all that type of stuff. So that it was a pretty interesting experience, And I remember I used to have these gray Calvin Klein pants. This is when I became too fat for jeans. So when I became too fat for jeans, I had to start wearing like stretchy pants, and pants that were stretchy. And, that's when my waist size, that's when my waist size first started going to like a 40, 42. So it went from a 38 to a 40, 42. And you would think that when this happened, I would say, Kassan, maybe you should stop eating as much as you're eating. No, I didn't think that. I said, I'm going to do? I'm going to lift more weights and everything. I'm going to continue to eat what I want, and everything will work out. And I'm here to tell you at 35, it didn't work out. It wasn't until I was 33 years old that I finally started actually freaking losing weight, and lost weight and kept it off. It wasn't until I was 33 years old. Other than that, I gained weight every single year of my life. But anyway, so I'm getting off track. So actually, no way. It wasn't someone on the freaking crew. It was a lady in the break room who worked there that said, "Hey, yeah, you got a big hole in the back of your pants." And when I finally saw the hole, it was a huge hole in the back of my pants that I could not feel. And I think there was I feel like she was Grenadian, man, but she was Caribbean. But anyway, I think I forgot how I don't know if I asked her about it, if I said something about it. She says to me, "Oh, well, I thought you knew it was there. Or I thought you wanted it there." I'm like, "You thought I knew it was there? You thought I wanted it there?" All right, whatever. And then the team lead pulls him to the side and says, "Yes, so you have a very big hole in the back." No, mind she has an accent. But I'm not going to do that because again, just spelling things. We're not going to appropriate. Ha ha ha. So listen, man, I'm too hyped. So she says to me in a very, this very like, listen, you have a very big hole in the back of your pants. Could you please don't wear them again? She really was telling me like to not wear the pants again, as if I'm saying, rocking these Johns to the wheels fall off. I don't care how many holes I got. I don't care what y'all see. You didn't enjoy the bun show. Nah, but anyway, get me off track. I'm trying to think of why I said that. Oh yeah, anyway. Oh yeah, this is about people telling you the truth. I'm glad someone told me you had a hole in the back of your pants, sir. And of course it was too late, but hey, someone told me. So there we are with that, right? So with this clip and whatnot, you know what? I think I'm just gonna go ahead and let it rock because I gotta run downstairs and everything. Fair use. Because I want to actually play the whole thing. Fair use. Hold on. I'm gonna run down. I'm gonna share my screen. And I'm gonna run downstairs and get my clothes out the washing machine. Okay. Is that okay with you guys? Let's get it.
Let's celebrate. Like I want to take you out, and I'm like,
oh, how many dates have you guys gone on?
One.
Okay.
Yeah, we went on one right before I left. That was our first date.
Date. Go ahead. Sorry.
So now we'll go, I guess, on a second one. And see but he's kind of short. He's only like 5'9".
Oh, that's you're what, like 5'9", right?
I'm 5'8".
Tall enough.
Not really. Manifesting a tall man. One of the other guys I'm talking to is 6'7".
Get off the way with
wow.
The whole wire on my neck.
And we'll be going out soon. It's just a matter of like scheduling. We just haven't been able to like link on the schedules. We both work a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There's another guy who I just made this whole thing about was like all about me, asking me out, calling me all these pet names, my love, and all this shit. And then we're talking, and I was like, "Oh, you have the vaccine, right?" And he was like, "No." I was like, "You're not vaccinated, and you want to go out with me?" I'm like, "I'm not going out with you. You're not vaccinated. What, do you expect me to be kissing you? You're not vaccinated?" I'm like, "Get the fuck out."
Really? Oh, I wouldn't care. I would care.
I'm in too many arenas where you have to be vaccinated. Like I work at a yoga studio where we're requiring proof of vaccination. That's where I am right now, folding all this laundry. Mm-hmm. I also do all these music festivals where they're requiring proof of vaccination. And to me, it's so much deeper than just like do you or don't you. It's about that, like, I don't want to have that debate with you, right? Like clearly, if we don't view it the same way, we're not in alignment.
Right. So would you not date someone that was different than you, like politically?
No, I wouldn't.
What are your standards? Like, what are your requirements for a guy?
I mean, politically, I definitely want us to have the same view. I'm a Black woman, right? So I'm not going to date like a white Republican. That would just be a headache. Like, why would we do that to ourselves? Like, we wouldn't have the same friends. We wouldn't travel in the same circles, and we don't view the world the same way. So I want someone who views the world the same as me. And even if you're not Black, but you're white and you like get and understand the Black struggle, fine. That's fine. But yeah, I definitely want them to have the same political views as me because it's just why bother in having those arguments?
Okay.
Just going to turn into a fight later.
Yeah. No. So what else?
Well, I have to have a car. This other guy who didn't have a vaccine, he didn't have a car. I was like, how are you coming to take me out? You don't have a car. I'm not driving anywhere.
Yeah.
So that's like minimum requirement. You have to have a car. I've also realized that I want someone that has like some sort of creative or like job and entertainment like I have. You have to be very ambitious because I am very ambitious. I want to be able to, like, we'll spend our days or whatever separately. And then at the end of the night, I want us to be able to come together and talk about all of the exciting things that happen in each of our lives, right? Like, this other guy was like, well, I'm not rich. I'm a regular guy. And I was like, that's fine. But like, I'm not a regular girl. Like, I'm not. So like, if you are going to date me, like either you have to be able to handle that or you yourself also has to not be like regular. Like, I don't think I'm like just an average person. Like that to me is boring.
Okay, so is there like a, do you care? Okay, would you be cool with a guy that makes less money, but he's a hard worker, like he's ambitious?
Yeah.
Okay, so like if he was making like, let's say he just started his own business, but he makes 45,000 a year, would you date him?
You wouldn't be
But
able to afford my engagement ring. I'm getting an 8-carat cushion cut vintage engagement ring. If you make $45,000 a year, it would take you
what?
4 years? No, 8 years to afford my
Wait, how much?
engagement ring?
I don't know anything about rings. How much is that?
About $200,000.
Girl, you want a $200,000? Are you
I'm the
insane?
sparkle. I'm the sparkle.
Right on
My
time,
ring has
too.
to sparkle from across the street. Like you have
Yeah.
to see that shit. It's
Right
gonna
on
blind
time.
people.
But that's so superficial. That's
No.
like so superficial.
But it's about so much more than that. It's about the fact that you can afford that, right? I go to yoga with this girl who has an 8-carat diamond engagement ring. Her
Yeah.
man's a weed company and drives an Audi. So it's about more than just. It's about the fact that you can afford that.
Okay. Well, I'm just thinking like you're gonna miss out on a lot of guys because I'm telling
They're not
no, but not in a good way. Not in a good way. I'm telling.
Oh, let's stop it right there. I'm right on time. Boy, I'm right on time. Boy, ain't no way. First of all, and again, this ain't really the issue on nobody and whatnot. But let's just look at this girl. Right? Now, mind you, I'm not saying that, I don't think she's hideous. I don't really think that, anything's necessarily wrong with her, whatever. But this is an average looking girl. And I also heard that the body ain't really there like that either. And it's like, for one, you women, so many women, well, for one, what we really seeing, just observing women on social media, because now people can talk and we can get a clearer idea of what people think, how people feel, because we got all this social media for people to communicate their thoughts all day long. So if I'm a company or if I'm whoever I am, if I want information, I can get the information like pretty clearly. If I want to find out what do people like, what are people like, people will tell you all day long what they're like, right? So we have someone like this who's talking about getting a $200,000 engagement ring. Again, like this whole lifestyle thing where like there's no end to it. Okay, like first of all, who makes enough money to afford these things? That's one huge thing. Who makes enough money to afford a $200,000 engagement ring? Don't get me wrong. Listen, I'm a super ambitious dude. I plan on being a millionaire before I'm 40 years old, or making $1 million a year, or having a business that makes $1 million a year before I'm 40 years old, right? And I'm on that type of time. But at the same time, like, a man doesn't have to be on that type of time to get a woman. He shouldn't need to be on that type of time to get a woman. 200K for the first of all, what does that have to do with a relationship? Okay. And you have these women. Now, again, we've heard the term unrealistic dating standards a bunch of times and everything, right? But this is kind of sad. And now I'm not gonna call the girl ugly, nothing like that, but this is a regular looking girl. She's not someone that, if you saw her coming down the street, like, you're not gonna look twice at this girl, right? And the kind of men who can afford to pay the kind of men who can afford to pay 200K for a ring, they're not going to pay for her. It doesn't make sense. Like, when I want to do a whole video on how a man's standards and how he sees women changes completely when your money goes up and your income changes. It changes completely. You know what I mean? And honestly, you don't listen. If you plan on leveling up and whatnot, that's why, like, yo, if you ambitious and you plan on working hard, either wait till you get your money together, get yourself together to get a girl, or you want to listen. You get the most attractive girl you can with at the same time having character and morals and good spiritual value, stuff like that. You need to make sure that stuff is there, because the worst thing that can happen is you get with a woman while you haven't leveled up yet, then you level up and she can't necessarily come with you. You know what I mean? And it's like, yo, according to your level of attractiveness and according to your level of value, you need to be, you know what I mean? Of course, you want to be appropriate and whatnot. But what I'm saying is, like, for perfect example, Derrick Jackson, right? I'm not sure if Derrick Jackson knew where he was going to go and who he was going to be when he got older and whatnot. And I don't think his wife is bad looking, you know what I mean? But at the same time, as far as how she looks, as far as her image and things like that, she has not made them. She has not stepped her image up. She don't really match him, like what they step out together and whatnot. Because the thing is, if you with a woman, the woman's supposed to be the attractive one. It wasn't until I got older that I understood. No, she's supposed to be more attractive than you. She's supposed to be more eye catching than you. She's supposed to make you look good. Okay, she's supposed to make you look good. The kind of man that can afford. First of all, only people who basically make millions would spend that kind of money on an engagement ring. Actually, I would venture that some people who make that kind of money are not going to spend that on an engagement ring. God, dog, I just be having like roaches everywhere. And I don't mean the ones that crawl, baby. Goodness gracious. I'm always finding stuff. Anyway, God, dog. But like again, like that's the same as a guy coming on here wearing his do-rag and his old black tee. That black tee that he done had for a couple of years. He got a do-rag on. He got he need to shave. Well, he need to shave up on his beard. And he's saying, well, I can't date. No, listen, I just got off work. You know what I mean? I just got done working the afternoon shift at Wendy's. Shout out to Wendy's. You know, and I just feel like, I'm not really trying to date or settle down like that. If she don't look as good as Rihanna, then I'm not really trying to settle down like that. You know, if she don't look good enough to have at least 50,000 followers on Instagram, then I don't want to date her because she don't got enough followers. She must not look that good. Because that's kind of how women sound when they talk about men this way. That would be the same as a guy saying, or a woman saying, yeah, you know, I like this guy. You know, I thought we had something good going, but he said he didn't want to date me because I didn't have enough followers on Instagram. And he said something about like, yeah, you know, that must mean that I'm not that pretty, I'm not that attractive. Because if I was more attractive, I would have more followers on Instagram. But but I don't. So he doesn't really see the point of us getting to know one another. That's how y'all sound, you know. And you got to think about how discouraging is it for a young man and for young people in general, right? For young men in general to see this stuff online. Listen, I'm gonna tell you something. When I was 25 and I first got on Instagram, that it was kind of depressing. It made me sad because again, you know, I didn't understand that a lot of sex workers dominate Instagram in terms of followings and whatnot. I didn't know that those girls were sex workers. I didn't know those girls are strippers. These aren't like real women in terms of like representing the average woman and whatnot. But with Instagram, that's when you really start seeing stripper culture. You know, shout out to Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj is one person who really made stripper culture and stripper talk way more popular. Of course, you had Lil' Kim, you had Trina, because Trina used to dance. You know what I mean? And she bought that lingo and that whole vibe of, you know, you got to have money to talk to me type stuff, you know. And we kind of interesting how we seen that way of thinking bleed into everyday interactions, and to the point where, for the most part, you have a lot of women online imitating strippers. When you take a picture and poke your butt out, you're imitating the stripper. That's something that a stripper does. When you got videos of yourself shaking your butt, that's something that a stripper does. When you got videos and pictures of yourself, when you are a mother of 3 or 4, you got on short shorts, or you got on a bikini or lingerie. There's women who just take pictures in lingerie and put it online, you know. And more than anything, social media really proves how much women love attention and women need attention, because this is all for attention. You got Tia Mowry online, taking pictures online in a one piece, you know, in a one piece leotard, you know, basically it was lingerie with some thigh high boots, and it's like, what are you doing? You 42 years old. I think she might be older than that, but no, she at least 40. She's 42 years old online, half naked. And listen, no diss to her. I don't think she a bad looking lady, but I wouldn't want to date Tia Mowry. If Tia Mowry was right here, she said, hey, you know, Six Pass, I would really love, you know, I would really love to be with you. You know what I mean? And you know, and I'm ready right now. That just wouldn't be enticing for me. You know, and I'm not saying that don't nobody want her, but it's like, yo, you are married. When you have a couple of kids, and on top of that, bad behavior, that don't look good for the next man. You went on a press tour to promote your divorce. How you promote your divorce like an album? She was promoting her divorce like a Drake album. You know what I mean? She hitting the radio stations up and everything. She doing freestyles. She coming on talk shows saying, "Get your tape decks ready. Get your tape decks ready. Here we go." Like that's what Sia Mowry was doing. But listen, all this delusional thinking, it's crazy. But going back to what I was saying about, when I first started seeing this stuff, because I can tell you one of the videos that really did it for me. It was back when Nia Lee was first getting hot, and I didn't understand back then that this is all for the camera. This is all for promotion. This is not real life. These people don't live like this every single day. You know what I mean? That's back when, and don't get me wrong, she's still attractive. You know what I mean? But she was like real stripper fine. You know what I mean? And like it just seemed like they had so much money. And they just had so much of everything and whatnot. And I think she had like a party bus and, but they made it look like a movie and everything. And as a young man, 25, it's like you feel like I can't compete with that. I can't compete with somebody who's looking for that, you know what I'm saying? Or who wants this kind of lifestyle or wants someone who can throw away money like that. I'm 25 years old. I understand that it's not real. None of it is real, So it's just crazy, but and I take it a step further with we're seeing, like social media put the nail in the coffin for relationships, especially in our community, because social media it makes a woman feel emboldened to feel like, yo, I can go on social media and tell this white girl about, oh well, and she, not only that, she can say that like she as if it's just a given that a man's going to come and spend $200K on an engagement ring. An engagement ring. Not $200K on actually $200K in anything, on any possession is crazy. But women will see people who are wealthy, right? People who have money, and you hear these figures of, Kanye spent $2 million on a ring. He wilding too. It's a ring. And now and the women don't even want to be with you. That's another thing too. Women change their mind, bro. All right, women change their mind. Everything can be straight. All right, better men have fallen to a woman changing their mind. And you got to and listen. And on top of that, the man has to want to marry you. The man gotta want to be with you first. Women talk about these things as if it don't matter what the man want or the man don't have a say in if this go down or not. You know what I mean? Like that's like me telling you, I'm gonna smash Rihanna. I'm using Rihanna because I can't think. I don't know any celebrities like that that everyone knows like that. I don't know all their names, but let's just say like I just said, because you ain't been single for a while, man. It's like when you get back out there. Well, I'm gonna be smashing Rihanna. I'm going to smash Rihanna. So I like her a lot, and I really want to sleep with her and everything. So I'm going to work on that. You know what I mean? And like they would be like, okay, and that's what these women might as well be saying. They might as well be saying like, oh, come like this as if it's just a given, And again, and not only that, it's just kind of sad to know that someone who's on her level of attractiveness don't know that she's not attractive enough to command. Really, no one's attractive enough to command a ring that costs so much. That's up to what that man makes and his level of generosity. You are not entitled to any of that stuff. You feel me? Anyway, my clothes should be done now, and I'm going to go ahead and bring it back up. Let's see. Oh, what did I do wrong? I did something wrong here. I'm going to stop my camera and I'm going to play the video.
My dad would, if my mom asked for that from my dad, my dad would have told her to go find a new boyfriend because there's no way in hell he was going to spend $200,000 on an engagement ring. And that's that's a multi-millionaire in the top 0.5% who had 10 kids. My mom never.
He built. He said he's built to becoming that. He wasn't that originally, right?
He wasn't. Well, he was making like 6 figures in his early 20s.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So any woman with half a brain would think, this is a good. But my dad's like, he's good with money. He's not like to me, that's like such an unwise investment to spend 200K?
Diamonds appreciate.
Oh my God, no. Oh my God, no. That's like, I would rather put that in a college fund for our kids, or like.
Yeah, they'll have that too.
But this just sounds like not like real to me, you know?
Really?
Yeah,
well,
like
I don't know. For me, like I told you, like my status is going up. Like I just did a music festival where I made 30 grand over the weekend in one weekend. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, like I need somebody who can be on that level.
Right, but the problem is like guys don't care about your money.
Right, but I care.
I know, but it doesn't like, you know, like I think you're gonna miss out on a lot of guys with like this, like to me these are like crazy high standards.
So today I listened to my dating coach. She said, you do not get your expectation, you get your minimum standard.
Mm-hmm. Is your dating coach married?
Yes, and she has a baby. And her wedding ring is at least 5 carats.
Yeah.
And her man is rich, and she doesn't even have to work.
You know,
and she herself makes like 30 to 50 grand a month. Coaching women in love.
I mean, good luck if that like works for you. I just like, to me that sounds like a 200K engagement ring. Like I think like guys are gonna hear that and be like, no,
because you just have to have the man who's okay with maintaining you, right?
With maintaining you,
right? Like you can be high maintenance, but if you are dating a man that is okay with maintaining you, you're fine. You're not high maintenance, then you're just on their level.
Okay, but I'm just thinking like, like I know, but those guys that are making like that amount of money, like I think they typically want like the young, like 21, 22-year-olds.
I don't think so.
And maybe. What?
I'm 30, so I'm not that old. I'm actually an age to be wiped up by somebody who's like in their 40s and like ready to be serious and start popping out babies. A 21-year-old, unless you're Kylie Jenner, is realistically too young to be like popping out kids. Like you're too young.
Yeah, I mean, this is just, I'm sorry, the $200,000, like that's crazy to me. That's like, oh my gosh, I cannot, like, that's crazy.
Someone that can make that amount of money in a shorter period of time, like somebody who is, say, a musical artist, right? A musical producer, somebody who's in entertainment, somebody who's on a TV show, somebody who does like concerts and tours. That amount of money isn't the same to them. You know what I mean?
What do you mean?
Like, say I was dating somebody like a G-Eazy, right?
Okay.
He makes $150,000 minimum per show. Minimum. That's what he makes in a show.
Yeah.
So if he does a couple shows, the 200 grand to him, he won't even feel it.
No, but like this is something coming from someone, like I've been in a relationship with a guy that was worth over $1 million. Like but I would never in a million years ask him to spend 200K on a ring. Like to me, that's almost like entitled. Like I'm not entitled to his money.
I mean, here's the thing: if I can afford it myself, I would want you to be able to get it for me, right?
Yeah.
Get it myself.
Wow. Oh my gosh, that's just. Yeah, I guess like we kind of probably have different like views on like spending habits. Because to me, I'm like, I would, even if I had the money, I would never spend that on a ring.
I'm also not that much of a jewelry person, right? So it's like, you're not going to need to be buying me diamonds for every anniversary or jewelry all the time. Like, get me my ring, and that's it. I don't really need much else.
Hi. Oh gosh. Sorry.
Hi, Nikki. I just added you to it.
Who is that? Yeah. Okay. Here we go. And I am back. Now, in fact, no one else is bringing it back because honestly, this is the main thing that I want to get into.
Like, say I was dating somebody like a G-Eazy, right? Someone that can make that amount of money in a shorter period of time, like somebody who is, say, a musical artist, right? A musical producer, somebody who's in entertainment, somebody who's on a TV show, somebody who does like concerts and tours.
Yeah, and again, those kind of men want beautiful women. And again, I really don't think she's real bad looking. I mean, I'm not really harsh when it comes to judging people's looks and stuff like that. I don't feel like she's really bad looking or she's hideous. When you start talking about things that beautiful women get, it's weird. And she's going to go into talking about, someone who's like and again, it also represents, again, how this world that we created for women, you know, has made it to where, you know, she feel like she can say, yeah, you know, it's about you being able to afford it, and you know, so say if I'm dating someone who's in the industry and they do concerts, and she said G-Eazy, someone like G-Eazy. Why are you using these examples? Why would that man date you? Why would any man like that has a name that when you say his name, people know it? Why would he date you out of all the attractive women who are gonna make him look good? And also, you also exposing your zaddy fetish too. That's something else, but we'll leave that for another time.
That amount of money isn't the same to them. You know what I mean?
Mm.
What do you mean?
Like, say I was dating somebody like a G-Eazy.
And another thing too. You can tell that this girl don't come from no bread. Pearl comes from people who got some bread, got some change, right? And she's telling you that's not how it goes. That's not how this works. Like, a lot of women get online and talk to you about things they know nothing about, and then other women will listen to them and not recognize that person don't know what they're talking about. That person has not experienced that. They don't know what they're talking about. I just saw a video. Matter of fact, we're going to get into this. Doing a reaction video with Shhhh. You know, she had a white friend on there who's married to a mixed black guy, and basically they was playing clips of content on social media with black women talking about how to get a white man and whatnot. And you know, and when you watch it, you can tell these are people you ain't never been with a white guy. You know, and with this video right here, you know, she's already pointing out to you, hey, that's not how guys will want you think. That they're not here to, they're not trying to earn all this money so that you can spend their money on trash. You know, and one would think that she would hold back or fall back with, you know, just, you know, being so not so much being aggressive, but not realizing you sound stupid saying this to someone who actually lives the life that you want, or comes from the kind of family that you would like to create. There's nothing wrong with wanting to level up and wanting to do well in life. Nothing wrong with wanting to. The idea is to do a little bit better than the previous generation. And if that keeps going on, we have a steady progression where the next generation does a little bit better than the last. We can get pretty far. But people who come from humble beginnings, who come from average people, getting online, you know, basically talking about a lifestyle that would cost $900,000 a year, or $500,000 a year. All this would cost $500,000 a year. It's a video that I want to react to from the Kevin Samuels channel, where he had a plus size girl on there, which she wasn't a bad looking girl and everything, and I'm sure she was a sweet girl, you know. And he asked her, you know, where would you want to live? Northern California. I want a big house in Northern California. What kind of car you want to drive? Porsche truck, you know. And what's your degree in? History. I have a degree in history. And you're talking about homes that cost almost $1 million. Real estate in Northern California. I mean, now mind you, I'm not super familiar, but I looked it up after that, and like, yeah, homes over there cost that much. A Porsche truck is not cheap. You know, like this is a luxury lifestyle. Yeah, and I equate luxury with happiness. Okay, it's about who you are. It's about both y'all's character. Do you do the right thing? Do you care about doing the right thing? Do you care about being fair? Is he fair to you? What does he believe in? Do he believe in family? Do he want a family? Right? Is he a good leader? Is he good at communication? Does he have your best interest at heart? Can you trust him with your life? Can you do these things? You know, I don't hear none of that. The only thing I hear this whole thing is how much money he got to make and how much he has to spend on the ring, and what's he getting. All right, I'm gonna tell you right now, men are not paying for her like that. You lucky to get a regular guy that got a good job. Like most people, even if you are a beautiful woman, you lucky to get a good man with a good job. This is sick that we have this many people in the world that really think that these guys grow on trees, like Kevin used to say. Women think high value men just grow on trees. No, like if you break up with one, you're going to get another one. And that's one of the most foolish things that women grow up thinking is that, oh, when I break up with this one, another one gonna come along. No, not the one I want to marry you, not the one I want to be with you. And especially if you already got children, you need to really be mindful. That's the face. This ain't no game out here. It's not a game. That's the same as me being a regular guy. Even if I have all the certifications and whatnot, right? Certifications, whatever piece of paper I need to have to do certain things. If somebody hires me and gives me good benefits, and I decide to leave that job because, oh well, I didn't like how how they was talking to me in there, or they want to get on me about respecting the manager and being on time and all this stuff. And I feel like, listen, I'm the MVP, Rap's the MVP. You get to know me. You know what I mean? Like all that stuff, So I don't mind. I don't mean to be so goofy, but gotta be a little goofy, try to have fun. But this video right here, I'm gonna let it rock for a little bit longer, but I just wanted to play. This is like, this is gonna be part one of the damn it, Pearl. God damn it, man. I thought we could have had it all. We could have had it all. Now we rolling in the deep. Don't speak. Let's talk. So this was the video that introduced me to Pearl, right? And I didn't think much of it. I just thought it was a wild conversation. I think Pearl herself has never really been super interesting. We all kind of agreed that, you're just kind of just repackaging and reiterating or regurgitating what you hear in the manosphere. Which to me, I don't really. I was never super invested in Pearl and what she does. I think once you've seen one panel discussion on her channel, you kind of see most of them and whatnot. I think at this point, the content is more interesting if you never watched it before or never seen it before, or if she has special guests. Recently, she had MTR, Mediocre Tutorials and Reviews, and Melanie King, and she had who else she had on there? I think she had what's her name? Maggie the Substitute. I don't know if it's Maggie the Substitute Teacher. I don't want to say that, but I think her name is Maggie the Substitute Teacher. Well, cool, very nice lady, very, very, very warm lady. Very, very bright. You know what? And we gotta get into her. I gotta do a video on her because Maggie's a plus size girl. You know what I mean? And she kind of a big girl, but she's beautiful. She don't even do her hair like, I think she's wearing her own hair and everything. You know what I mean? She's not, super, put together, nothing like that. She's a regular girl, but she proves the power of a woman being nice and being soft and being, is being sweet. Just a sweet lady, There's a lot of value, so much value in that, in terms of relationships, because she is a little bit heavy and whatnot. A lot of men would want to be with her. A lot of men probably saw that and was like, yo, especially guys, like my blue collar brothers and stuff like that, and and regular guys. Yeah, a lot of guys saw those streams and thought, yo, she's pretty cool. Now, old girl right here, just in this conversation right here, like there's not many redeeming qualities to this girl. Like, you're so arrogant. You talk like, as if this is not a big deal, and it's just whatever, But this is the video that introduced me to Pearl, and this is how I began to know of her and whatnot. Hold on a second, guys. I don't know what time I went down to this. But yeah, that's how I began to know of Pearl. And that was when I feel like first time I seen her. For the most part. No, let's put 920. That was the first time I felt like I see her, or I can remember seeing her and her content and seeing what she does. Right. And again, I just thought, okay, she gets it. She got a good head on her shoulders and everything. She got a little common sense. All right, here we go. It's gonna be a part one. I'm not gonna get into the controversy here. I just wanted to kind of get into and set the stage for how did I come to know who she is and whatnot. I think a lot of people came to know who she was from this video. And ironically, what's funny about this is, you know what? We might get into it, man. We might have to go ahead and react to So what Pearl used to do in the very beginning of this show, when she first started doing her own panels, is she would have, not so much that it was like a ritual or something they had to do, but she had people react to this clip, you know. And one girl broke out in tears, man. We won't get into that later on. But let me go ahead and play a little bit more.
Okay.
He makes $150,000 minimum per show. Minimum. That's what he makes in a show.
Yeah.
So if he does a couple shows, the $200,000 to him, he won't even feel it.
No, but like this is something coming from someone, like I've been in a relationship with a guy that was worth over $1 million. Like but I would never in a million years ask him to spend $200K on a ring. Like to me, that's almost like entitled. Like I'm not entitled to his money.
I mean, here's the thing: if I can afford it myself, I would want you to be able to get it for me, right?
Yeah.
Get it myself.
Wow. Oh my gosh, that's just. Yeah, I guess like we kind of probably have different like views on like spending habits. Because to me, I'm like I would, even if I had the money, I would never spend that on a ring.
But I'm also not that much of a jewelry person, right? So it's like you're not going to need to be buying me diamonds for every anniversary or jewelry all the time. Like, get me my ring, and that's it. I don't really need much else.
Hi. Oh gosh. Sorry.
Hi, Nikki. I just added you to it.
Who is that? Purposely not putting your camera on?
No, I have to like connect it to the thing. Hold on.
I've done like a YouTube live with her. She's.
Oh well. We'll go in a minute. Sorry.
I can drop you if this is a bad time. I just thought I'd add you to the chat.
No, just real quickly because we got dinner and lamb and all this other good stuff. Listen, I love this live. This is hilarious. I love you, but the girls asking for 300K diamond rings and everything on the floor. These guys are now saying that women hit the wall at age 20. And you're talking about a $200,000 diamond ring? They'll be like, oh, God.
But you guys are both women. You're both women, so you really don't know. Like, how would you?
No, but like being around and seeing just like a lot of these men, they seem like they're in La La Land themselves. And it's like the people that they're talking about is like, who are you meeting? So if two people are coming up with completely different expectations, and like when you were saying earlier, you have pointed out the person that was in the yoga class, she had a $300,000 ring. The person, your coach, she has a $300,000 ring. It wasn't like the ring that I have, I wanted it because of the fact that growing up, there's a certain type of thing in my family that's what it was. But it wasn't because any of my friends had that ring. I couldn't care less what they had.
So no, I don't want it because they have it. I know I can have it because they have it. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I understand that, that having $100,000 to $200,000 8-carat diamond engagement ring is within my grasp because I've seen it in real life. I associate with people who have these things. They're in my circles of people. They're in my.
Okay, here we go. Manifestation talk. Manifesting talk. I'm sorry, this joint turned to a whole different video, but it's all good. Listen, we're here now, and we're going to get into it. The manifesting talk of, and again, the book The Secret is probably one of the most damaging books that ever be written. But that book should be banned. If any book should ever be banned, The Secret should definitely be freaking banned because it is the worst thing that a lazy person who doesn't want to do work can ever freaking read. Okay, because the people read this book, and that's kind of where you get a lot of this stuff from. Of course, we've seen it in different books and whatnot, different ideas, but the only way to manifest is through cause and effect. That's the only way to manifest. There is no such thing as, yes, don't get me wrong, who you're around, who you're friends with and stuff like that can have a huge impact on your life, most definitely. The people you hang out with, they do influence you, and you know, and it definitely matters, and I'm never going to say that it doesn't, right? But it's not that simple as, oh, I'm meeting people who have these things. I get them. I want to see what they look like, man. Do they look like you? That's like me being that's like me being a chauffeur or a valet, and I work somewhere where I see a lot of millionaires in nice cars, and I'm in nice cars. Don't get me wrong. me touching the nice car and being around it and whatnot, it does make it easier for me to visualize. Don't get me wrong, that can be true to a certain extent, but we all have limitations. If I'm 5'9" and I'm friends with basketball players, that does not make me a good basketball player. I'm going to have to work for it. I'm going to have to do something that can command that. But not even that, you know, again, you're lucky to get a ring, a nice ring that has rocks in it, much less $200,000. You sound ridiculous. You know, but anyway, but you know, but she's going to talk about her yoga teacher, and she also is going to talk about, I think she has like a love coach. You know, she's you know what? No, there's a point I want to get to. I'm going to stop it there. I'm going to let it play and everything. I'm going to stop it. We're going to probably after the video, and I'm going to eat some wings, and yeah. So I'm let it rock and everything. Turn my camera off. I'm going to do something, and I'll let this rock. All right, so coaching people in love.
My friend groups, and I know I can have it because I've seen it. It's not that I want it because they have it. I want it, and then I've seen it. I've seen validation of it in front of my face.
Well, I'm not saying that you shouldn't want it, because I do know people that they've dreamt about a certain type of specific wedding since they were children. I, on the other hand, I couldn't care less. So there was, I definitely understand that, and especially when it does come time for people to get married, where people are like, oh, why would you spend this money? Why? I'm like, I don't care. That's that person's prerogative. If that's what they want, that's what they want. So if you're saying you see that because of the fact that you see it on the everyday person that you communicate with, so you knowing that it's something that's accessible. So if that's that thought process, okay, but I don't know.
Well, I'm just saying, like, I think you're looking for like a 1% guy, which is very rare. And I think you're going to like you're going to overlook a lot of guys that literally make that amount of money, would like have that money to spend, but choose not to because their values are to save money. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you would overlook like my dad in this situation, who's like top 0.5%.
But your dad also ended up getting your mom to pop out 10 kids. I'm not trying to pop out that.
Because my dad wanted her to.
Number two, you're talking about height. So I didn't even know. I thought most guys were tall, like over 6 foot. So then when different people were sharing, oh, well, this is the percent of these type of, I didn't even know that was a thing, because I'm like, most guys I know are pretty tall. So now you're adding the height to $200,000 ring plus I don't know, girl.
I know, and the universe knows.
Well, at least your options are open. You're not just trying to outside of the height. You're open to dating. Not everyone.
Yeah, I was just talking to this guy who doesn't even have a headboard. He has a bed and one pillow, and I said, "Where's your headboard?"
Okay, I said I wasn't going to stop it. I'm sorry. No. Where's my mic? My Amber. Where's my mic, Amber? Where's my mic, Amber? I said I wasn't going to stop it, but I got to stop it. I'm making wings, but I got to stop making wings so we can get into this. You said the dude that you just got done dating don't got a headboard. He just has a bed and a pillow. And shout out to him. Okay, because he took you down on that. First of all, he took you down on that bed too. That's the part you're leaving out. He teabagged you on that bed, man. Listen, I'm a real handsome cat. Handsome dudes love to sleep with women like this. Keep it all the way funky. I don't know why my computer do not be respecting my super average money. Okay, super average. And then for the most part, I'm still getting up there and whatnot. But I know how it is. Men sleep with who they can. Okay. And you over here, first of all, why you put his business out there? That's one. But I'm saying, you think you're going to go from a dude that can't afford household items and can't afford to upgrade his space or doesn't have a great dwelling, and you think that because you want it and you want these things that you're just going to get it. You're just going to wait. Be basically saying, I'm going to wish for it. That's best, babe. You know what? Real talk. You know what I should do if I want to make some money is make genie lamps. To be a way, right? Where if I make genie lamps, right, and listen, or if I can get one of these social media influencers where I can make some genie lamps. Let me tell you something. If a pretty girl online starts showing you how to make a genie lamp or buy a genie lamp and how to rub it and whatnot, so it's a genie lamp and you rub it and everything, and you wish for whatever you want, girl, whatever you want. Just keep on rubbing, keep on rubbing. Now listen, it may not come at first, but rub this genie lamp every single day, and eventually, you know, your six-figure man, I mean, who has a Mendingo and speaks 4 languages, and he's always available for a trip. You guys can go on 12 trips a year, okay? 12 trips to anywhere you want. And he's going to come. But keep rubbing on this lamp, this genie lamp, and it's going to cost you 12 payments of $400. Man, listen, if we dudes trying to date chicks and whatnot, they be saying, yeah, you know, it's just been really hard on me. It's been hard for me to, you know, just really afford everything. Everything's so expensive and all that. And, you know, you know, I'm still paying off my genie lamp. You know, God, like, hey, what's that over there? That's my genie lamp and everything. That's what I'm, you know, I'm wishing for, you know, for a rich man. Like, nigga, I'm like a regular guy. You wishing for a rich man, you know? So it's basically like what this is. I said I wasn't going to stop it, but you know, it's what it is. Hold on, let me see where we at, yo, because I don't want to go over the hour because I'm already, I think, at the hour. Hold on, guys. 600. I don't wanna play games. Okay, it's cool. Fine. I'm still recording. It's cool. I just want to get to the part where she talks about her love coach.
He goes, "Oh, I'm just a regular guy." I said, "Oh, I didn't say I don't want to talk to you anymore." I said, "Okay."
Okay, so did I misunderstand? You're okay with like not getting that stuff? Like I just thought, like, I thought you said you need the 200K. Like, would you marry that guy?
Well, I mean, this is also the same guy that doesn't have the vaccine, so I wouldn't even go out with him. But no, here's the thing. Like, the way I see it in my head is that, like, by the time I get there, we will be in the place to afford those things. And you like, also, you guys, like, the circles that I run in, the people that I know, like, I meet very influential people who can afford those things all the time in my everyday life. I mean, Pearl, you saw my apartment. Like, you saw where I live. You know what I mean? Like, I live in a luxury building where you have to make at least $100,000 a year just to afford to live in the place where I live.
Right, but I'm saying, like, to a guy, like, money is nothing. Like, men do not care about your money.
So if money is nothing, they can afford my $200,000 engagement ring.
No, that's not what I mean. I mean, like, money gives you no value. So, like, I'm not more attractive to a guy because I make more money. Like, if anything, like, they don't prefer it because they, like, would prefer someone with more free time to hang out with them. And, like, cook,
girl, I'm gonna make a video about that. I think it's actual BS.
You think that's BS?
Yes. After seeing that whole thing, you know, the podcast that you were on and seeing that whole drop, I'm sorry about the Disney thing, but this is something else. It's now that a lot of guys are saying that they want traditional women, and then they don't value the money and that other stuff. I've now come up with a theory that the only reason why they want these traditional women that do not have money is so that they can have the ability to leave these women at will and have them destitute. Because especially now with the whole Texas ban of—
oh boy, here we go, destitute. I'm sorry, I'm gonna keep stopping and whatnot, but we gotta get into. All right, you know what's going? This is going to be like a 10-part series. That's another really toxic point about why men want a traditional woman or want a woman to be a housewife, and not thinking about what do men want from a relationship. You never thought about it because you think that you and men think are the same. And when women talk like that, lets me know that, yo, you in your masculine energy. If you see yourself as the same as a man, or you think you can dictate what men want and what men like and whatnot, you see yourself as the same. Because if you understood that you're a woman, you understand that men want something different. Men get off on different things. My life got better, and I started having a better understanding of life when I started understanding that women are emotional. It's not really a bad thing as long as she has discipline and she comes from a good place. All right. But if a woman don't have a father in her life and she's never been told the truth by nobody, and no one cares about her enough to be honest with her and help her be the best version of herself, she'll go through life thinking that basically feeling as though I can't take a criticism. I can't take in information. I see myself as perfect. I see myself as having no fault. Listen, as a business owner, especially